Come take a tour with me of Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex in Titusville, Florida. This is actually one of my favorite little attractions to go to. Kennedy Space Center is a lot different than it used to be. They've got rides now. The bus tour has some new stuff on it recently. And really of interest right up here, they just installed this new video board, which is massive. Kind of gives like a 3D effect. Take a look.
We've detected a fault at panel 4A, and we need an EVA for inspection and repair. Copy? Copy that, Control. I'm on it. Initiating EVA protocols for inspection and repairs.
The growth of our science and education will be enriched by new knowledge of our universe and environment, by new techniques of learning and mapping and observation.
Now let's head into the park for the day. The Rocket Garden makes for such a cool entrance to the park. I love it. We're going to start this off by going to the bus tour. There's a new attraction on the bus tour that just opened recently, Launch Gantry 39. It may or may not be operating today. Last time I was here it wasn't, but we'll see if we get lucky today. So it looks like we're going to be lucky today and be able to check out the new gantry at LC39. I've actually been to this gantry before on one of the private tours that Kennedy Space Center offers, but they just renovated it to include any bus tour now, and they added some new interactivity. So let's check it out. Looks like they have some exclusive merchandise specific to this new attraction. It's pretty cool. Can even get us a little sticker. Or a ticket. There's tickets as well.
Propulsion engineer Dr. Chase Richards. You are needed in the control room for post-test structural integrity analysis.
Clever brand name. Looks like there's going to be a test fire here in about a minute, or 4 minutes. It's like 4 minutes. We'll come back to that in a minute. In the meantime, we can go check out the Earth Information Center, just in case you had no idea what planet you were on and need to know more information about it.
Floating, untethered to anything in space. In 1984, for 1 hour and 22 minutes, Bruce McCandless said it got so cold, his teeth were chattering. Like a human mirror among the stars, we stared at ourselves. floating far and alone, outside our planet home, where all of history had formed. Everything familiar. Our past, present, and future. All human achievement within a granular speck of blue and green in a sea of infinite space. How wondrous in beauty. The white swirling breath in an expanse of universe. A living being and a breathing planet. We looked at each other, both with rounded faces staring dome to dome. It was the picture of two worlds. One of earth and stone with waves and plant evolving in constant change. And ours of flesh and bone, a moving water system of life and growth mirroring the same. What a peculiar image to see us both apart. Not like guest to house, but child to home. From the mountains that dare us to climb, to the flowers that bury our loved ones in beauty and bring us food at the right time. To lines on a leaf, like those scribbled beneath our skin, make us begin to see we are not separate, but one. Made from the material we walk upon. And part of the very same sunrise reminding us, no matter how dark life can be, that hope is relentless. From cellular patterns we see in the stars, or the way Earth regulates its own body heat, we are connected forever. And so, while the Earth spun 1,000 miles per hour beneath his feet, Bruce McCandless walked above the planet in the silent expanse. Together, like twin beacons pulsing life, 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 calling in the cold dark. Adding a new chapter to the human story and our quest to understand this delicate bond. Reminding us how rare we are, how fragile. A sacred communion of life, this cosmic dance envied by the farthest star.
We cannot eliminate fire, nor do we want to. Wildland fires are a natural and essential part of ecosystems on our landscape. In 2023, the National Interagency Fire Center reported responding to 56,580 fires, which amounts to about 2.7 million acres burned in the United States. And this impacts.
I think we'll go up to the upper floors, take a look around, see what we can see.
Watching areas for like the launch.
Thank you. Looking out straight ahead, you can see SpaceX and their launch facility. This is where they launch all the Falcon 9, Falcon Heavy, and the Crew Dragon. Crew 11 went up, I believe, last night. Back down on the ground, you get a great view of the launch area. The viewing area for Launchpad 39B. See the launch pad out in the distance out there.
It's really pretty. Otros. So it's just another thing. Wait, watch that. Hold on.
Our status board indicates that all aspects are ready. Instrument unit is ready, spacecraft ready. Final check of the emergency detection system. That ready light also on. First stage preparations are completed.
All systems are A-OK.
Okay, keep going.
We're on.
Ready to go to ground, guys. Stand by, Walter. Okay, you're on.
All systems go.
1 minute 45 seconds and counting. The first stage liquid oxygen tank has been pressurized and the pressure is still building up. Coming up on 90 seconds, mark T-minus 90 seconds and counting. The Apollo 8 crew standing by, spacecraft commander Frank Borman, Jim Lovell, Bill Anders. We now report that the liquid hydrogen tank in the third stage is pressurized. 1 minute 15 seconds. All third stage propellants pressurized at this time as we come up on the 60-second mark on a flight to the moon. T-minus 60 seconds and counting. The vehicle now is completely pressurized. We're coming up on a power transfer shortly. We have the power transfer. We're now on the flight batteries within the launch vehicle. Final reports coming from Frank Borman at this time. Final look at the switch list aboard the spacecraft. 20 seconds, all aspects will still go at this time. T-minus 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. The engines are on. 4, 3,
Apollo 8 Houston, here's the Gantry and guide for go, over. Thank you, Michael.
Apollo 8 successfully orbited the moon, and the astronauts returned safely to the Earth. I know. I'm Jim Lovell, and I was one of the crew of this spacecraft, Apollo 8. We were the first men to see the surface of the moon from just a few miles away. But it was the hundreds of thousands of men and women who worked in that team, and the millions of people who supported the mission that really made it possible. That way, I guess, we all went to the moon. Now, on the other side of those doors, you'll find an actual Saturn V moon rocket. It's still the most powerful, the most complex machine ever built. And I guess it's the only one that can take you to another planet. I actually got to fly one on a second flight to the moon called Apollo 13. But that's another story.
think this here should just be the slogan for my channel. It's a really cool ride here. It's kind of like Flight of Passage or Soarin', just on a little bit of a smaller scale. I've been on it a few times. There's 4 different versions of it. You can kind of see there's 4 different wait times there. So each one's a different experience, and I've been on a couple of them. Haven't been on all of them yet. But we're going to skip it for today just because you can't record on the ride. And I'll come back and do it some other time. One more look through the rocket garden before we head out for the night.
Please step quickly but carefully into the theater, filling in all available space. Guests with wheelchairs or scooters should stay to the right of the theater. Should you need to leave...
Movie stars that move us emotionally or make us feel heroic. But I am who I am today because of my father.
I put my hair out, looked up at that flaming candle taking off for the stars. It all came full circle. The spark of inspiration shaped my career, and my journey took me beyond my wildest dreams to places like the moon. We had just to turn that spark into a flame with the fuel of curiosity.
that's going to do it for my day here at Kennedy Space Center. Overall, it was a great day, a little on the busy side, and I think that's because it was aviation weekend, which I did not know about beforehand. But I really wish I would have, because I totally would have bought a ticket for all the extra events that they were doing this weekend specifically. But overall, great day in the park, and that's it. I'll see you guys next time.